In total, I think I got about 600 gold from that. But now I'm in a combat situation with the Kai'Sa and the Zac. Kai'Sa obviously doing quite a lot of damage to me whilst not being in range of me. I'm trying to stack on the Zac but not take too much damage from the Kai'Sa. Not really working in my favor because she's just kiting me to death, and I'm looking for a kill on her. Even though I do have Shojin, even though I did the 5 stacks, even though I'm level 15, she will still come out on top and kill me right there. YouTube, welcome back. As of late, I haven't really been playing too well in the League of Legos. And in this video, I want to kind of go over it and see what went wrong and try to dissect as a solution to this little issue. You see, this is my perspective of the game, and I want you to see my perspective in its full force, and we want solutions to this. So let's come up with the said solution. So let's go to the first play, which is actually up against Trundle. Okay, so for context purposes, we are what, 21 minutes in, and I believe we did evenly into the Trundle, trade back and forth, but I believe I got the stronger edge into this the laning phase. Whatever the case may be, I have a Rift Herald that I now popped, and I believe I'm going for this tower right here. This is going to be, okay, deleted just like that. And after that, I believe I want to skip this tower. This is one of my, maneuvers. So using the Rift Herald, skip that tower and go straight to the other tower because it's 2 plates, so I can immediately get rid of it. It should have just, cracked open just like that, but it didn't. I had to auto attack it a couple more times. But now I have to deal with the AD carry and the support, both ranged champions. Obviously something I don't really like dealing with, but I have to deal with it anyway. Managed to put some damage down onto him, but I end up getting force shot by the Jhin and end up dying. In my head, I'm thinking it's still worth because I got 2 towers and I got a kill on the Vel'Koz. That's a lot of gold coming my way, and I didn't even use any summoner spells. But at the same time, I'm giving a kill to Jhin, an AD carry, the most dangerous role to me specifically, especially playing Dars, because I'm not going to be able to gap close on them unless I have a summoner spell. And even then, they could just use their summoner spell to, get out of the way. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't know if it's a good idea to ever just give an opening to a kill in the AD carry. So even though I got some extraction out of that, I don't know if I think it's a little bit greedy in terms of these Herald maneuvers. I might have to hold back on them because they actually got me killed here. I don't think it's that good of an idea. It's debatable though, because I did get quite a lot of gold there. Now, let's go to the second play. Okay, so for context purposes, we're playing against Ambessa. We actually beat her in lane. Okay, that's good, but it seems as if it's another one of my Herald shenanigans, because I just popped it and now I'm going for this tower right here. This is going to be an instant takeaway. Now we're looking to use it again to, get a bit more gold out of it. Obviously, I'm going to skip this one because I don't want to fight these two. There's going to be a Kai'Sa coming in for a 3v1 and I'm not looking for that. So we skip over to go to this tower, to remove that tower. Now that I take this, I get a little bit more gold. In total, I think I got about 600 gold from that. But now I'm in a combat situation with the Kai'Sa and the Zac. Kai'Sa obviously doing quite a lot of damage to me whilst not being in range of me. I'm trying to stack on the Zac but not take too much damage from the Kai'Sa. Not really working in my favor because she's just kiting me to death, and I'm looking for a kill on her. Even though I do have Shojin, even though I did the 5 stacks, even though I'm level 15, she will still come out on top and kill me right there. There's not really much I could do there as such. I could have maybe ulted the Zac, but that doesn't... I maybe could have killed the Zac at the very least, and I think that might have been the best play, but Kai'Sa still gets the kill, and Kai'Sa still doesn't die. I don't know if that's the move, Looking back at that, I'm like, I don't think I would have been in that situation if I didn't Herald a second time. Herald has now failed me 2 times in this video. Let's see what happened in the last match and then come up with some solutions. Alright, for the final match, we are playing against Orn. We did beat him in lane. It's a little bit of a common theme. I do well in these lane opponent against these lane opponents. I do have Cleaver, I believe. This is gonna be questionable to the play, but let's see. So the Nocturne starts hitting me and starts doing quite a bit of damage. I wanted to get the 5th stack on the Orn, but he ended up CCing me before I could get it, and Nocturne just constantly auto-attacking me. I basically end up dying there. I wonder what really led to my death. His Orn was... I mean, he does have 7 kills, and he is level 13 to my level 14 or 15. I think he's just gonna kill me. There's not really much I could do. Maybe he was too ahead. I was thinking. That's what I was thinking, you know. And I'm just like, maybe I was. Maybe death is inevitable, you know. Maybe there was no way to like beat them. But I did have Ghost, so I'm like, maybe I didn't fight the way I was supposed to fight as well. Because maybe I could have like kited around the Nocturne with my Ghost. But then again, he has the stride breaker, so he's gonna stay on top, and there's not really much I can do. So, but looking back, maybe Cleaver was the reason. Maybe the Cleaver's, or maybe this was just a case where there's not really anything you can do. He pressed R on you, and it's a targeted ability. You're dead. So there's that. But with that being said, that's the last play. Let's go over to... He just pressed R again. That's crazy. Let's go to the post-game screen and come up with some solutions to these issues. Okay, so it's not as bad of a batch that I thought it was going to be. The results themselves, we actually averaged out some good victories out of everything, so it's not like we're playing like horrendously, but I've noticed a little issue, and it's I believe it's lack of like perception and focus. The reason why I even figured this part out too. The reason why is because uh in these laning phases that where not really much is taking place, I get very bored, and me getting bored, it does something to the laning phase, and you know, you start to get a little bit, you know, frustrated that nothing is taking place, and you end up starting like autopiloting, and that leads to the inevitable deaths. And with that being said, it kind of makes sense, because that's what was happening about a week ago. And as you can see, this isn't even a normal thing. My match history goes back 5 days. That's not normal, because usually it only goes back 1 day. So I'd be playing, say for example, I play 20 matches, right? You'd see 10 matches today, and you'd see 10 matches yesterday. That's like when I'm actively playing League. But as you can see, 5th of April, 10th of April, Dyrone isn't playing League. What's he doing? I found the game boring, so I ended up taking time away from the game and actually, you know, enjoying myself in another game, Call of Duty to be specific, because I just find that game a lot more entertaining than this game. But with me coming back to this game once again, I basically came to the realization, yes, but this game is a different game. It requires more focus, precision. It's not supposed to be fun for someone like you. You have 8 million points on Darius. When people see that, they're not going to play aggressive in lane. They're going to play like a bitch. They are afraid of what you would do. They are afraid of what could happen if you had some kills. So they're not going to give you any kills. Now, if you have like 1 million points or like 500k or something like that, they'll start tripping over everything and just fall on your face and do whatever there is and start giving you kills for free over and over again, because they're not really afraid of anything, right? So they'll just put their neck right there. But that's not you. You got the points. They see it, and they're doing something about it. Which means, more than anyone, You need to focus. You need to pay attention. This idea of getting bored, nah. You need to be paying attention at all times. Zero autopilot. And that's something sometimes I forget. And as you can see, it happened in these gameplays. So the solution is, yes, focus, but on top of that, I do need to play more because I can't be rusty like this, you know. I have to, get into the groove of things. So with that being said, we figured out what needs to be done. Time to apply it. And you're gonna notice in the next video because we are gonna do, because it's actually the 11th instead of the 10th. So we're gonna see exactly what happens. So with that being said, thank you for watching today's video. Do the YouTube usuals, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Anyways, that's it from me. All my links are down in the description below. Have a nice rest of your day and peace late.